this shit over a DC-6 that's cold, boy. He coulda let the brother go, that's that bullshit. Now I'm on the prayer list, straight out the pulpit. And when they threaten us, it make me wanna pull shit and let it go in their direction. Here ended the lesson.
Two lady dead, he put his hands up, police shot him in the head, and as he bled, it was some bullshit said. SMH, I just shook my head. Whatever happened to the billy clubs and using taser? My next door neighbor didn't even have a prayer. Now he ain't able to put the food on the table. This ain't a fable. Shit, real fuck cable. And from the cradle to the grave we slave. Get used to it.
Welcome back to the show, Woman Wednesday. The number to the show is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Hour number 2 of the Doug Stewart Show. Birthdays and entertainment. We have some fun with that. Hour number 3, we call it the Power Hour, where we really delve into the chat, to the Stewie, see what they got to say about everything we talked about on that particular show. So all of that coming up today on the Doug Stewart Show. Speaking of the Stewies, man, let me jump in this chat room and see what you cats have said or saying about everything that I've said already today. From Andre Elam in the chat. Excuse me. Andre Elam says, good trade for the Hawks. The Ninja was garbage and whining about being in the game at the end, and you only shoot 51% from the free throw line. Exactly. Period. From Dobby, does this move help the Hawks? I don't know if it necessarily helps the Hawks and the players that you got back in the deal, Plumlee and these guys. But what I will say is you don't have to pay Dwight Howard $50 million. And as I said earlier as well, I think that you just need to just tear it down. What you've been doing, year after year after year after year after year is mediocrity. Yeah, you got to the playoffs and you want to win games. You don't want to suck. You want fans to be able to have and come and see a good product on the floor. But if the ultimate goal is winning a championship, man, I don't have a problem with this at all. I think it's actually a good thing. From RC, Dwight can still rebound and block shots. The Cavs could have used him. He's not what he was before his back surgery, but still. Al the Bandit, who they traded Dwight for, will not be the Hawks in a year. That's another thing. This is a salary cap move more so than anybody else. You got $50 million off the books for Dwight Howard. And then you have players with expiring contracts coming up as well, and the players that you got from the Charlotte Hornets. Let me click on my man. Oh, my gosh. Leonard Cups runneth over. Thank you, sir, for your profile pick today. Praise his holy name. Thank you, sir. He says big men need to have a perimeter presence as well as a post presence. Howard's game needs help on the perimeter. Well, it definitely needs help on the perimeter, but I don't think Dwight Howard is going to be a prolific three-point shooter. Excuse me. Once again, I don't think he's going to be a three-point shooter at all at this point in his career. As we talked about when he made those comments maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, when he talked about working on his shooting from three-point line. Maybe, as ridiculous as it sounds, in the way that the game was played when Dwight Howard came into the game, into the NBA, maybe year 2 or year 3 in the offseason, he practices on shooting and shooting from the 3 line, I guess, maybe. But at this point in his career, where this man's been in the NBA for over a decade, to say that he's going to start working on his three-point shot is ridiculous. Thank you for calling the Doug Stewart Show. What's your name? Where you calling from? What you want to talk about?
Hey, Doug. How you doing?
What's up?
Dexter.
What's up, Dex? How you doing, brother?
I'm all right. Any trivia today?
Oh, you know what? We do have trivia. Would you have any thoughts on these these trades that's happened over the last 24 hours? Any thoughts on those?
Nah, not really, sir. I don't really follow basketball that much.
Okay, man. We'll go ahead and give you some trivia. What kind of trivia do you want?
Entertainment.
Okay, brother, we're going to have to yeah, brother. We're going to have to let you go. Now, listen, I don't know, and I appreciate the call. I appreciate you listening to the show. I appreciate you wanting some trivia. But problem number one is you came up here, man, and didn't bring nothing to the show. You just wanted a damn trivia question. But the bigger problem was that you sounded like a freaking serial killer just now, breathing all hard. Now, I don't know if you at the gym. I don't know if you at the gym, you just got off the treadmill or whatever, man. That ain't proper phone call to a radio show etiquette to call up here breathing like freaking Jeffrey Dahmer, like a freaking serial killer. Okay? So compose yourself, get yourself together if you want some trivia. Call up here with a good hot take about sports or whatever we're talking about. Don't be breathing like freaking Ted Bundy. I think that's that guy's name. Silent Sam. Thanks for calling the Doug Stewart Show, sir. What's your name? Where you calling from? What you want to talk about?
Hands up, don't shoot. Doug Stewart, what it do? John Fisher, the microwave.
John Fisher in the building. What's up, brother? How you doing?
What's going on, man? I want some of that trivia too, but I definitely want to talk about these trades.
Right. Fish. I mean, was I justified in shooting that man off the air? That man called up here breathing in my ear like he was about to commit like 50 axe murders.
Hey, he sounded like the lady in the TV in the Poltergeist, man.
What's up? What you got on these trades? What's your thoughts?
I think there's actually a good pickup for the Hornets. If you look at it, they got Kemba Walker, Nicholas Batum. It's good for them to have somebody who can run, jump, dunk, and block shots. So I think that might be a good look for Dwight Howard. Dwight just got to understand his role.
Right.
He's still thinking that he's one of the premier centers in the league, and I don't think really that he is. I think he's more towards like the middle of the pack.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's still 6'11". He still can run and chew bubblegum at the same time. So his numbers say exactly what they are, what he did last year and the last couple of years in the league. He's going to get you about 13, 14 points a night. He's going to get you about 12 or 13 rebounds. And for a team like Charlotte, maybe that's going to help them. And you talked about him, and they also got the Michael kid, Gilchrist kid as well. Marvin Williams is been in the NBA for a long time, so maybe it might be a good fit for them. I just think that the Hawks got out like bandits, not having to pay this guy $50 million.
Yeah, the Hawks had to get out of that contract. If you look at it, I think the Hawks are in a position. They don't, like you said earlier, they don't know if they're going to be able to re-sign Millsap. So if not, they're going to have to try to land a franchise player sometime soon. They're going to need to make cap space and everything. They had to get up under that contract. The same as the Lakers. We had to get from up under that Timothy Mozgov contract. So it was going to take us giving up somebody who somebody wanted to get from up under that contract. And why not go to the suckers of all suckers, the Brooklyn Nets?
Yeah, I mean, they've been traditionally suckers since their existence, ever since they moved to Brooklyn, man. Speaking of Brooklyn, you're from New York City. I'm going to get into this. I'm going to give you my thoughts on this in a second. You're a Lakers fan. But what are your thoughts about this rumor, and maybe it's just a BS rumor, that Phil is trying to move Kristaps Porzingis?
I think Phil's trying to get fired, man.
Well, clearly that's what he's trying to do. But I mean, I don't even know how you even get to that point where you even say something out loud. Like, this guy has such a bright future and a big upside. Why would you even consider trading Porzingis? I don't get it at all.
You remember that fight Roy Jones had? I don't know who he was fighting, but the dude was basically damn near knocked out, and the ref wouldn't stop the fight. So Roy Jones looked at the ref and like, really, you're not going to stop it? Okay, I'm going to hit him again.
Right.
And then he hits him again, looked at the ref like, are you going to do something now? I think that's what Phil's doing to James Dolan. Like, what more can I do to sabotage this franchise before you fire me
Right.
and keep my money?
Right. It's got to be. And you know my thoughts on Phil. I'll get more into that in the next segment. But what kind of trivia you want, John?
I've been sucking at basketball, so let's go ahead and try basketball again.
All right, basketball, man. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show.
Wait. Before you read me this, I need an alley-oop, okay? Don't expect me to hit a half-court shot. Give me the alley-oop and let me dunk it in.
All right, so here's a question, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. What college basketball team did Penny Hardaway play for?
Memphis.
Yeah, you got it. There we go. Good stuff.
All right,
That's right. The great Anthony Hardaway, spelled A-N-F, E-R-N-E-E, I believe. The great Anthony Hardaway, man, played at Memphis State. They actually called it Memphis State back during that time, and like in the last couple of years, they just go with Memphis. But, yeah, the great Penny Hardaway played for Memphis State back in the day. The number is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com from BS3 Sports. What up, BS3? My man Ben has a show here on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. He says, I don't know what Dwight Howard needs to get back to old Dwight Howard. I don't think that he can. Part of it maybe is the back, but part of it is age. And then another part of it, a third, we're talking about, 3 parts to this equation here. Another part, man, is I hate to say it, man, but it's heart. Like, I don't think Dwight Howard really cares. Like, in comparison to how much Kobe Bryant cared about winning, in comparison to how Michael Jordan cared about winning, Dwight Howard is on the total opposite end of that spectrum, in my beliefs. That's what I think. Like, I really don't think Dwight Howard really, loves basketball to that level, to that degree, and it kind of shows up on the court. I may be wrong. Maybe he does love basketball, but he don't act like it. He don't act like he want to be one of the greatest of all times. He had everything right there at his disposal. I mean, he had the body, he had, the athleticism, everything that you need to be one of the great centers of all times. And I know it's crazy me saying these things sometimes because, yeah, Dwight Howard, based on his numbers and the success that he has had, he might be a Hall of Famer. I wouldn't elect him to no damn Hall of Fame, but that's the word on the street. That being said, man, he could have been so much more. And I really don't think he wants it that much. That's my opinion. Might be wrong, but that's my opinion. Man don't care. That man has been coddled ever since he probably was in middle school. You can tell. The reason I say he doesn't care, because to know that your game hasn't gotten any better, your offensive game hadn't gotten any better since you came into the league. Like Dwight Howard's offensive game right now, and I said this a couple weeks ago, Dwight Howard's offensive game right now is no better than when he came into the league his rookie year. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Or dying, or whatever that saying goes. There's no discernible difference between Dwight Howard's game now than in his rookie year. Period. Back in 3 minutes. Hour number 2, The Doug Stewart Show.
Dreamers, wake up and see. Oh, you're a slave in this dream world, thinking you're free. Oh, how long will you slumber while niggas die in these streets? Beautiful dreamers, wake up from this nightmare. You're so unaware of the lions, leopards, and bears. Listen up for prayer for our children, our children. Let's pray for our children that's dying out there.